Today we're going to talk about Die Tor der Welt, das Kartenspiel, World Without End, the card game. It's a card game that was only released in Germany, so it's in German. Therefore, we might get the rules a little bit wrong, and if that happens, I'm sorry. I don't read a lot of German. We're going to sit down, we're going to play it, and then we're going to talk about it. You're going to start out the game by setting up these 4 cards in the middle like this, because throughout the game you're going to be drawing these chapter cards that have an arrow on them and have 4 icons in the corners. During your turn you're going to decide where you want that arrow to point, because whenever you draw one of these you're going to put it down on the table. Wherever the arrow's pointing, you're going to get that resource added to your pool. And these icons at the corners are going to be pointing at your players around the table. They can play a card from their hand to get these resources. So, like right now, I'd get some bow material, some stone for building, and I'd be able to play a card to get some books added to my resource pool, so that later in the game I could spend books or stone to do things. These will also have victory points on them as another resource that you could gain in this way. At the start of the game you're going to have 10 points. All of these cards are just double-sided and have sliding so that there's cards behind them. So 10 and 9, so that's 19 points. Or you'll flip this card over and you've got 20 or 30. All of these are like that. So, books, and then 10 plus however many books. You're also going to have a hand of 5 cards that do different things. Each one's going to have resources. So, when we were talking about these chapter cards earlier, if books were pointing at me, I could play this card to get 2 books, or this card to get 3 books. But this card has 0 books on it, so I couldn't get books with that one. Each of them also has an action on it that you could play instead of getting the resource. If you're going to take the victory points, you don't play a card, you just get the 2 victory points. So none of these have victory points on them. The 5 actions on these cards are getting whatever the arrow's pointing at. So whoever this first player for that round was, wherever they pointed this arrow to get it, you get that thing too. You also get 1 other resource of your choice. You could also turn in 2 resources to get 2 other resources. So you could trade, a bow material and a book to get a piety and a cloth, for example. You could also trade in 2 goods for up to 2 points, so 1 point for each good, or trade points for goods, or you could pick up all of your cards and get 1 point. That's going to be relevant because as I play these cards throughout the round, they're going to stay out in front of me, and then I'm going to only have this smaller hand of cards increasingly until I don't have any cards left and I want to pick them all up. If I've ever played all 5 of these, if I played this pick up my cards to get, say, 3 cloth, for example, when I've played all 5 of my cards, I'm going to pick all 5 of them up, but I don't get a point for doing it. So these chapter cards have brown borders, or they have blue borders. The ones with brown borders you resolve before taking any resources. So in this case, we'd get 1 cloth. And then I'd get 1 bow material.
As the start player.
And then I'd get books if I wanted to play a card for books. The player who was sitting on this side would get 2 points.
And a cloth.
The player sitting here would get 1 cloth, and they could play a card to get bow material. And the player sitting here would get 1 cloth, and then could play a card to get more cloth. Or they could play cards to get any of their actions instead of getting those things. Blue bordered cards have the same kind of layout for things. So here I can play a card for cloth. This person can get piety. This person gets bow material. This person gets points. But they also give you another way to earn points. At the end of the round, after we've all taken our things for this turn, starting with the start player, you have the option of spending goods to get points. There are various other things that this could be. Here we've got spend 2 bow material and a piety, you get 4 points. So you're donating stone to the church and you're being pious about it, so you get 4 points, I guess. You have one of these blue cards come out and nobody resolves this. You just set it off to one side and anybody can resolve it on the next turn, again in turn order, starting with the start player. If you have more than one of these out, you can have up to 2 of them. If you ever have a third one come out, the oldest one would be discarded. Really, in play, you're probably just going to see these disappear immediately as soon as they come out, unless people just don't have the resources to spend for some reason. Once you've gone through all of your Chapter 1 cards, you're going to play your last one, which happens to be brown for this one, just because it was the bottom card. You're going to have taxes that you have to pay. For the brown card, being the last card of the round, we have to pay 3 piety, 2 books, 1 cloth, 1 stone. If it had been a blue card, we would have had to pay 3 stone, 2 piety, 1 cloth, 1 book. So you have to be prepared for both of these eventualities when you get to the end of the chapter. If you can't pay the taxes for any of these, say you don't have 3 piety, you only have 2 piety, you have to pay 3 points for each resource that you cannot fulfill. So if you couldn't fulfill any of these, you'd lose 9 points, 6 points, 3 points, and 3 points, and lose the game. Bottom line is, pay your taxes when you get to that section. Make sure you have those resources at the end of each chapter. Once we finish Chapter 1, we move into Chapter 2. Chapter 2 has a lot more opportunities to get a lot of points for resources with blue cards. It also has this special blue card, Bishop Henry. When Bishop Henry comes out, nobody's going to want to pay him, because you don't get anything for Bishop Henry. You just spend some piety or lose a point. So Bishop Henry is going to be one of these blue cards that comes out and sits here. Unlike all the other blue cards, I can't resolve this other one before resolving Prince Henry, or Bishop Henry. That means that if I want to spend these 3 books to get 4 points, I first have to give up 1 piety or 1 point. And then, once it's been resolved, we discard Bishop Henry, and then I can get my 4 points and discard that card too. At the end of Chapter 2, we're going to have another taxes card come out. It's different than the one from the first chapter. So again, you'll want to pay attention to what resources you might need to pay. And you're trying to gauge as you go through these Chapter 2 cards if it's going to be a blue card or a brown card at the bottom. At the end of the game, whoever has the most victory points left is the winner. If you've got a tie, then whoever has the most resources left is the winner. All right, shall we das Kartenspiel this thing?
Do it. Be the start man.
All right. What do I want? I think I'm going to acquire... Yeah, I'm going to do that.
And for the purposes of, like, what's happening on this corner. Just
okay.
When you point it.
Good to know, thanks. Since I was not clear about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. So... am I going to get...
I guess I'm going to take those 2 points.
What do I get?
So if you want cloth, you need to play one of your cards out of your hand that gives you cloth. Ideally, you play the one that gives you the most cloth. We also have to weigh that against what you won't be getting with that card. You'll be playing that card.
Yeah.
So you'll get the action that it would give you, and
I guess I'll play it because I want to do something.
Sure.
Where do I put it?
You just in front of you.
Down in front of you, yeah.
Eventually, you'll pick them back up.
Okay.
To symbolize that you have used your thing.
And he gets a bonus book.
Yep. So I'm going to get a book.
Building materials?
Yep, I get 3 bow materials.
Right.
And then everybody gets a cloth.
Okay. I think the way that would have resolved is we all get the cloth first.
Yeah, I think that's true too.
But because if it were negative, we will all have had to pay that thing.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. I guess I will be the new start man.
Go for it. Decide what you want to do.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
So everybody has to pay 3 points because nobody has piety.
Dang it.
So we all just lose 3 points straight off.
I was stoked that I was about to get some piety.
Yep.
Alright, down to 7.
To 9 points.
Well, I'm going to rectify this situation.
Get yourself some piety.
Get myself some piety.
I'm going to get books and bow material. So you once again can take cloth if you want. Like that's kind of where you're at. So you play a card. Play a card to get yourself some cloth.
Be a crazy sewer lady.
I don't know how you say that in German for cloth.
Yeah. So I want to get 3 books and 1 bow material.
I don't know.
You don't remember?
No.
I don't remember how you pronounce CH.
Okay. Let's out of here.
Here you go, that's you.
First of all, is it brown or blue?
It's blue.
Okay, so it's not going to be a thing we have to immediately deal with. It'll be a thing that
We can start turning in things for in a little bit. So the only thing, you care about is like what arrow you point at and what.
I think I want.
You want bow material?
I want some bow.
Yeah, you'll get a free bow material, and then you can spend a card for books.
Or spend a card for an action instead of taking books.
If you don't want the books.
I want books.
I'm going to take the 2 points you're giving me.
Important.
That's at 11.
Let's see.
And people don't want to give me materials because both of you have given me 2 points.
That's
fine. No, that's fine. I'm just going to get taxed.
Seems true.
I'm just really bad at building a church, I guess is what we're doing. I'm not really sure. All I've done is gather some books, so like I'm not doing a good job of anything.
I don't even know which book this is.
So what will that end?
I'm going to pick up my cards and get a point card.
Okay. Then you get your cards.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna set this off over here.
So we can spend 2 bow material for 3 points.
Yeah, starting with
me.
Well, starting with her because it's her turn.
I thought they weren't active on your turn.
That's a house rule we were playing with.
Oh,
so you just have to
that's
decide
right.
if you want to
We
play
did that on the 2-player rules
Yeah.
because it was stupid otherwise. Yep. Do you want to spend 2 bow material for 3 points?
No, I don't have to.
Yeah, I've got bad news. You don't have 2 bow material. Guess what I'm going to do? Spend 2 bow material. Get 3 points.
All right. Well, there you go.
Hey, guess what I'm back up to?
It all worked out.
10.
Tooch.
Whatever it is.
Tooch.
Okay, let's see.
Give me some tooches.
Man.
You could go for some tooches or some piety.
Are there left balloons?
Nobody's giving me anything other than books.
Books are important.
I think I might have given myself books, actually.
I am going to... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, I need to rack up the piety.
Well, you know what you get?
I need to give a bound material. 2 points?
2 points.
I'll take it.
I'm going to get 3 books.
Bonnie, do you want to play a card to get bow material?
Yeah, the bow material.
And you can spend 1 piety, 1 book, and get 3 bow materials.
Okay.
Anyway, I got bow materials for trading in piety and books.
We have to resolve that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, I can't do it.
Yeah, I know you can't. Do you wanna trade in bow
She
materials
also does
and
not have
books?
piety.
Oh, you don't know. Guess what? Oh, I'm sorry, you guys.
How many points do I lose?
Nothing.
Nothing. Don't worry about
Don't get a thing.
it. You just can't get bow
Done?
materials.
Guess what? I don't like this game.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Give myself 2 more points.
Some touch.
We'll get a bow material.
And we can spend bow material and cloth. 2 bow material, 1 cloth.
Well, you could, but I'm going to be the first one to do it. I'm going to do it. So.
Oh, it's a blue one. You're right. Yeah. Sorry.
You want more bow material, Bonnie?
I don't have any more cards to play.
You better pick up your cards.
Oh.
You pick up your cards immediately.
Yeah. You played all your cards, so you pick them all
cards.
up.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can play any of your things.
So do you want more bow material? Or do you want to play one of your cards for an action to trade your bow material for other things, because that's all you can get?
You could turn in 2 of anything for up to 2 points.
Oh, I should do that so I can get a piety and
Seems
have piety.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could swap bow material.
So, to believe, guter, taschen. Solid. 2.
And convert it into piety.
Yep.
Okay, you got 2 piety.
Yeah!
I'm going to spend all my bow material and Tooch to get 4 points.
Seems like a good thing. You're way up on points.
Yeah. 19. Bonnie, it's your turn. Draw a chapter card.
I already gave her one.
Oh.
I'm gonna...
Is it blue or brown?
It's brown.
It's brown?
Okay, so we're all going to have to deal with that thing. So just be aware of that. Before we get any of the things, we deal with the thing on the card.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or we lose points.
I'm gonna give myself a book. And nobody gets points.
It's okay.
Okay.
Sean's gonna get piety. It's like a guarantee. Oh man. I already played my good books
I don't have any piety to trade in for books, so that's not happening. So yeah, I'm going to give myself some piety. 3 piety.
Yeah, I guess I'll trade 1 piety in for 2 books and then get 2 books. So I'll get 4 books. Boom!
Okay.
Rolling
Nerd.
books.
So you gave yourself
1 book?
one
One
book,
book.
and then you can play a card for
Play a
bow
card for
material.
bow materials.
Or play a card for its action.
Yeah. Either way.
Okay. Play a card for 2 bow materials.
We got bad news, you guys. How much piety do you have?
3! Nailed it.
Well,
I have 2.
if you have less than 2, you're going to lose 2 points. Guess who that is?
It's you.
It's me.
Back down below the 10 points.
Son of a...
Alright.
let's-
You're bad at running a church. Or
Apparently-
building a church, or whatever is happening.
Apparently I'm bad at whatever's happening.
It is medieval.
So you're probably
medieval.
possessed. And, you caught the plague because
Get a
the
bow
devil
material.
thinks you
I'll
deserved
get
it.
2 points to come back up to the 10 mark, so I feel like a champion.
Play a card for 2 more piety.
We don't deal in marks anymore. We deal in euros.
Bonnie, do you want to get yourself some books?
Yeah, I want to get myself some books.
Play a card for some books.
Yo, I'm going to play a card for some books.
Okay.
Read.
There you go. Hope the blue one's coming still.
Give me miniatures.
Gonna get myself a touche and play. I've got my cards. I've used like my piety card. Okay, I'll get 1 piety.
Turn
I'll give up 2 books and 1 cloth for 4 points.
No, I'm gonna get to do that
Oh.
Nope.
because it's gonna be me. The turn
Yep.
order.
It's gonna be me.
It happens now after we all get our things.
Okay, well then.
2 books, 1 touche, 4 points. It's a big 23. Killing it over here in points. Can't gather anything else.
You got 7.
It's your turn to draw a chapter card.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3
Getting
left.
close to getting taxed.
It's almost tax time.
This one's brown.
Okay.
So if I pay 2 bow thingies, what do I get?
Everybody's going to get 2 bow material. That's what that says.
Oh, okay. Well, I want a piety.
Seems like a reasonable
2 more points.
decision. Damn it. Bonnie! I'm going to get 3 piety. Oh, looking good for tax season.
Okay, so Bonnie, you got 1 piety
Yeah.
for the arrow pointing at it. You can play a card to get books, or a card for its action. And you'll get 2 bow material. But I guess we get 2 bow material first. That's what the brown thing does.
What's the action?
Like the
These actions.
You play whatever's remaining on the cards you still have in your hand. You can play those actions.
So you trade in things for points, or trade in points for things.
I'm gonna get 2 books.
You can get 2 books, not trade in points.
Nope.
Thought you were going for 0.
I think I'm gonna look at this as golf,
Yeah, seems true.
Okay.
Reasonable.
which is the most German sport in the world.
Well,
Is it brown?
no, it's blue.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Trade in 5 of everything and win the game instantly.
Yes. Correct.
Aww.
That is precisely what it is.
That's not. That's what it is.
What do I have? What do I want to get?
Nobody has 5 of everything, so nobody will be able to instantly end the game if that were the thing.
Dang it. I feel like I
Sig
want
Bolt.
some more.
You say Usain Bolt?
Nice.
It's like this is the opposite of Usain Bolt's. Alright.
I'm going to get a Tooch. And I'm going to play
More Tooches.
more Tooches.
All the Tooches.
So I've got all the Tooches.
Alright.
I apologize to people who speak German, because I'm sure that's wrong.
It's not pronounced Tooch.
I'm pretty sure it's not Tooch.
I think it's Tooch.
Pretty sure it's probably closer
Tuck?
to like Tuck.
Tuck.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It
I was
would
going to look it
have-
up.
It would probably have an umlaut over it if it was 2.
Okay, Bonnie, you gotta ask yourself if you want to get yourself some piety.
I do.
Do you have a card that lets you get piety?
Uh-huh.
Oh man, 2
Oh.
piety.
Okay,
That's your last card, so you get all your cards?
Uh-huh.
There are tissues there if you want one.
Now I'm
yeah, I'll
blue.
play my card, get 1 book. I'm not gonna like it though.
Yeah, I know you know it.
Alright, so are you gonna trade in 2 bound material and a toque?
Yeah, you
for
know it. For how many
3
points?
points and 1 piety.
Yeah, man. 3 points and 1 piety.
How many bow? Oh, you have to do it first.
I did it first, yep.
So you can't. I can't do it.
That's right. Now I'm up to 15 points, and I have 5 of everything.
I don't know if there's like a situation where you could end up with 2 blue cards out there. Because like people always have the materials to cash them in to get the thing
Yeah.
immediately.
Unless, I mean, it's possible that we're doing it completely wrong, and they're supposed to just stay out there.
No,
I don't know.
that's not what the rules say.
Yeah.
It says you use them and they go.
Yeah. I don't know.
If they stayed out there, that'd be worse because someone would just use it again and again.
Ever again. Oh, it's going to be tax season after you turn me.
I think I'll be okay.
I hope so.
What's on the other side of this? Material. Oh no.
Oh
Am I
no.
ill-equipped for the tax season? Oh, man.
Oh no, you're going to need Tooches and...
I'm gonna get myself some bow material. Is what's gonna happen. I'm even gonna do it this way. Boom! Bow material and bow material. I'm gonna get 1, and I'm gonna play a card for more bow material, and then I'm probably gonna trade in bow material for points.
I'm going to trade something in for points.
Boom! Rebound material.
I'm
10. Wow.
going to get 1 piety.
And then I trade in. Oh, I just moved the wrong card. Sorry.
My goal is to not get any more points. And I consider myself a winner.
Yeah, I just completely moved the wrong card that whole turn. I'll make that one. Okay, and then I spend 2 and 1. And if I end up with the wrong count of things,
It happens.
people are watching the video and they'll complain.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did all those things and got points, and
Now we're gonna find out if
now
this
we're
is
gonna-
blue or brown.
yeah.
It is brown.
Oh!
So we're gonna get taxed after we resolve this round.
Man, we're gonna get text on piety, Bonnie.
Everybody gets a piety, though.
Well, that's fortunate.
Okay.
It's like a rebate.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bishop Obama.
I can give myself some tuck.
Oh man, I don't have any tuck. I'm into it. And then are you gonna play yourself
Bonnie.
a card to get yourself some bow material?
If you hadn't given him Tuck, he would have gotten taxed on Tuck and he would have lost points.
I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna get 3 tuck.
Okay.
Let's
Tax the masses.
see. Do I have a card for piety? No.
God.
I guess I'm gonna play that for an action and get an extra Tuck.
Okay. Get taxed. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. 1, 2. 1 and 1.
Extra piety. Okay.
Anything you can't pay, you have to pay
1,
3 points
2,
for.
3 piety, 2
1.
books, 1 cloth,
1.
and 1 bow material.
Yeah. Woo.
Made it through the tax season.
My family won't starve and my husband won't go to jail.
Okay, it's a new tax season. Is this the new tax season card? It is.
Oh, sorry. I think we get our cards back at the start of a new
Oh.
chapter.
I hope so, since I only have
Yeah,
one card left.
Everybody just pick up your cards.
Yay.
Okay, so it's a new tax season. At the end of this year, you're either going to need 3 cloth, 2 bound material, 1 book, and 1 piety, or 3 books, 2 cloth, 1 bound material, 1 piety. So now you need to...
Player sitting to the left of the player with the fewest victory points is the starting player.
Oh, no.
Is that still you?
You're to my
Yeah, I'm
left.
still I'm to the left of the person with the fewest victory.
Okay.
Good job. With your 7. You might want to start getting some points there, Bonnie.
Not being taxed on points.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Lose a... Oh, well, never mind. It's going to be me. I'm going to pay a piety.
Isn't it everyone?
No, it's a blue card.
Oh, okay.
-1 piety, odor, -1 point.
You
Oh,
lose.
this is Bishop Henry.
Oh, Bishop Henry.
Bishop Henry's the one that stays out because nobody wants to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna make sure Sean doesn't get any books.
No, I need them.
I know you do. I can give
I'm
you...
building a library. Someone just came and took my books for the king or the bishop or something.
He ran in,
Somebody
yelled,
took my
nerd,
books.
and took the books. and ran
Knocked
off.
him down. Here, Bonnie, have 2 points. I'm gonna get a
That
book.
strategy worked for me.
Then I'm gonna get 3 books.
We can build books out of cloth and bound material, I'm sure.
Well, I think that bow material is like granite or something, so...
Chisel, and then bind it in the fabric, and then a really heavy book that you could beat people with and steal your books back.
Okay, so here's what Bishop Henry does. He's a jerk. He's gonna sit here, and if another blue card comes out, in order to do that blue card, we have to first pay Bishop Henry.
Okay.
So that's like the only instance of us having 2 blue cards out apparently in this game.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna cash in a card for books, 3 books, and I'm gonna get a tuck, and I'm gonna spend...
Don't we have to pay him?
Oh, yeah, I'll have to pay him to do it.
Yeah, you'll have to...
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. You guys resolve your things first, because that hasn't
Okay.
happened yet.
Okay.
I'll make the decision after that.
Alright.
I'll go ahead and get some more bow materials.
I'm going to need 2 in action, and I'm going to turn in 2 things for a victory point.
Oh, you're going to trade in piety?
Yeah.
And?
And I moved up a bound
Man,
material.
you're up to 10.
11, right?
No, 10.
Sorry. Alright. I'm gonna spend a piety, and then 5 bound material to get 7 points.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Does he go
now,
away now?
is he done?
Isn't it resolved?
Like I resolved him. Yeah. Get out of here, Bishop Henry. Get my 7 points. Let's move
You paid a piety and lost a point, or lost a point? Is it odor?
It's odor. It's odor.
Suspicious. That looks okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a bow.
A bow material.
And I'm gonna take 2
and
points.
2 points. Man, you're suddenly in this game.
I mean, like, yeah. You guys are fighting it out for second place, I guess.
Deep seconds.
Alright, Oh, what is that card? What is that saying? Rob, what is that card saying?
It says that you can get any 2 goods.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Okay. Immediately?
Yeah.
Okay.
2
What goods do you want, Bonnie?
belly
Get yourself
big
some goods.
butter.
I want a book and a piety.
Give myself
However that's pronounced.
bound material
Guter.
and pie.
Well, I'm not sure how belly big, however that's pronounced.
Okay, so
I took German in like 3rd grade. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take some cloth, and I'm gonna try to break 10 bow materials. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
ooh, I guess I'll give myself. Yeah.
I guess I'll
No, I'm gonna
pick
pick up all my cards
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
get
pick
a
up all my
point.
cards and get a point.
Yeah. Alright.
That's me. No, you can spend 3 piety for 3 points.
Oh, we have to do it now.
Yeah. Spend 3 piety.
Boom.
3 points. What do I want?
Boom.
Do I want piety? Because I'm not going to get taxed on piety. I don't remember if there's more. You lose points if you don't have so much piety.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm going to get more piety, I think.
Books.
Yeah, I know you want them.
What could I get taxed on here? I could get taxed on books.
Yep.
Cloth.
Yep.
Cloth. Bound material. Okay, I'm gonna take books. This is like the last time I'm gonna take books. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, spend 2 cloth to get 3 piety. If you want.
Sure, I guess. Because all my things are worth points at the end of the game,
I
right?
get 2 points.
Right?
That is not correct.
Not correct?
Your points are worth points in the game.
Oh,
And
no.
I'll get another cloth.
I'm going to get 2 points, which brings me up to the big 2-0.
Did Bonnie do a thing?
I don't know.
I
Did
don't
you
think
play
she
cards? Did you do a thing?
Did you decide if you want piety or not?
I don't need piety.
Do you want to action it out?
I was reading that.
I just saw you like handing her a card. I was like, she hasn't gone yet.
I thought
give
she
her,
had.
give her a
I'm
chance.
gonna gather up my cards for
A point.
1 point.
Oh man, catching
go.
up to you.
That's the 2. How many points are you up to over there?
42.
Wow. Don't even know why I'm still playing.
I don't either. I'm just gonna keep doing it. Just keep taking points. You're gonna give them to me.
All right.
Bonnie gave herself 2 points.
It's probably the smart move.
Yeah. Bow material.
I guess I'll take books.
So this is pay 3 and 1 and get a book.
It's
and
3, 1, and 1 to get 6 points.
Yep. So 3 bound material, 1 cloth, 1
I'm doing
book.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seems like
she's
a
gonna
good
nail
move.
it. Okay.
And you get taxed on cloth, and you're gonna not have it. I'm gonna make fun of you.
So 6 plus 18 is
24. You're in second place now.
boom.
Everything's coming up Roberto.
I'm gonna pick up my card and get a point. Okay, so you did this thing, Bonnie?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You give yourself the 6 points.
I did.
You're beating Rob.
Yep.
Yep. It's going bad now.
Alright, Rob. Let's see you. The attitude you want to have when you're building a church, probably.
That's true. I am gonna get a bound material. Sean can have some books. I'm gonna pick up my cards for a point. And then I'm gonna turn in 2 piety and 2 books for 6 points.
Well, there's no way that I want more books. So
Really?
I'm going to take the favor arrow good and 1 other good.
But we've never gotten to flip our cards over to the 10 side of materials.
True.
You know it'd be worth it.
I'm gonna take a cloth just to be safe.
Oh, I got a bound material. I know what that means.
Yeah.
10.
Great. Bonnie, did you get cloth?
I did.
Okay.
Stoked about having 10 bound materials.
Let's see if I get to do a thing that you won't be able to do.
More piety, huh? Oh, what do I want? I'm going to turn in 2 things for 2 points. Boom.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 to get 7 points. Okay.
Hey, guess
Coming
what,
down
Sean?
to the end of the wire.
Yeah, there's only 3 more.
Yeah.
I got good news for you, Sean.
You give me more books.
You're going to get 2 more books.
You've actually outbooked me.
I did outbook you.
Just said no more books, so you can only hold 6 books in this
I
establishment.
outbound materialed everyone.
Alright. Oh, piety. Okay. So everybody can just get 2 books.
You get a point. For
And
picking up my cards.
then piety.
I think I'm gonna get a point for picking up my cards.
I'll pick up my cards and get a point.
Can't have you beat me.
Okay. Shoot. 2 more. What's it gonna be? What are we gonna get taxed on?
This game is almost over.
You can turn in 2 cloth for 2 of any 2 for any 2 goods.
Well, I don't like that. I don't like any of that.
Yep,
You're giving me more books.
I did. I knew you wanted them.
Get out of town.
And I'm gonna play the turn in 2 goods for 1
Points?
IP. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that's what I did also. I did not turn in cloth for other goods. Since cloth is the good of which I have the least. And we're going to potentially be taxed on it. It didn't seem wise to me.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna give up 1 book
For 1 cloth. So that you can be taxed on it later.
Yep.
Smart. Smart, smart, smart.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Yay!
Well. I mean, I guess you get 2 points, and Sean's going to get a whole bunch of points, and I'm going to pick up my cards to get 1 point.
6.
I'm gonna do that too.
1, 2, 1, and 1, 4.
Oh, I'm not beating you anymore.
You haven't been for a little while, Bonnie. I got bad news for you.
Uh-oh, it's the last one.
Oh, no. Here you go, Bonnie.
Is it blue or brown?
It's blue.
Uh,
Bonnie's going to get points for it. She's gonna win.
I'm
She's
gonna-
gonna beat me.
All she can do.
Surge ahead.
I'm gonna turn in 3 books for 4
She's
points.
still gonna have enough for taxes. Dang it.
So it puts me at.
I was really hoping you were gonna screw yourself out of the book market and be like, I'm gonna spend all 3 of these books to get those points. And I was gonna be like, now you spend 3 points for each of those books you don't have. Lose 9 points. Oh no, it's a disaster.
Turning in up to any 2 goods and get a point for each one.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Cloth and
I'm gonna do that
And
too.
then I pay my 3 taxes. Taxes. Dismal.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, is that your end score?
Yeah.
We tied at 35, Bonnie. We played this game equally poorly today.
57.
Yeah.
Yay, we're done.
Were you tied?
Yeah, we
Player
went
with
up
most
35.
goods. Player with most goods wins in the case of tie.
Oh, snap.
Who has more goods between the 2 of you?
You've got 12, 15. I've got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
You're the worst at this game.
I am the worst.
It's documented.
At this game, officially. Die Tor der Welt.
Yep.
Das Kartenspiel.
Yeah. I don't think this game is very good.
I don't think it's very good.
But I think it's not good for the reason that it's not about anything, and I don't think that anybody really needs to track it down. It's just strangely devoid of any purpose, and it's just get resources, trade them in for other resources, sometimes get taxed and get points, and you did it.
Yeah, I don't know if, like, I had read this or seen it, because it's a show, too, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
made a miniseries.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd, like, read it or seen it, if I'd be way invested in, oh man, Bishop Henry, we've got to pay that dude some piety, or he's going to take our point. Like...
That's the thing, though. It's like, it's just... There's flavor text on all the cards, but it could be anything. There's, like, little pictures, and it's like, okay...
They're all kind of meaningless.
There's a picture of a church, and everybody got a book. And, okay, well, now we've got a book, and I'll trade that book and get a point.
Yeah.
You know...
Yeah. I don't know if there's, like, something that we're missing in the translation of the game from German to English, but...
I suspect not.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. So... The game exists. If you're judging it on its merits of, like, mechanics, as a 2-player game, it was stupid.
Yeah.
It was just...
Back and forth. Which thing can I not give you, or which thing do I need?
Yeah, and I think our game was 2 points. 2 points separating our
Yeah,
scores.
something like that. It was really tight.
The biggest thing that's kind of annoying about it is just the way that the blue chapter cards are dealt with. Maybe all the chapter cards, how they're dealt with. But the blue chapter cards... When we played a 2-player game, we played this variant where you can't immediately buy a card when it comes out. You have to wait at least a turn.
Mm-hmm.
But that just meant that when
That
something
the
came
other
out on your
person
turn,
got it.
the other person just bought it.
Yeah.
This time we played it with the footage. We played it the way the rules say to do it, which is just, okay, it's out, so now that everybody's collecting materials, starting with the start player, you can choose to buy that thing if you want to. And the start player just always bought that thing.
Yeah.
Except for maybe, like, the first one or something if they didn't have materials at the very start of the game, but...
I think that we bought it. I think the start player bought it every time.
So, something about that is just kind of this weird imbalance of just... If a blue card comes up on your turn, you're probably going to just buy it and get some more points.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know... One of the things that we talked about was, like, rules-wise, if we thought if there was possibly a mistranslation there, that everybody was supposed to be able to resolve it. But I don't think that that's better.
Yeah, then everybody would just...
Everybody would just get the points
an
every time.
inflation of points.
Yeah.
And just everybody would just have a higher score.
Yeah.
So
I don't know that that would fix that. Even if we were doing that wrong, I don't think it would fix anything.
Yeah.
I think you just get to the end of the game and everybody would have the same score.
Yeah.
Except for, plus or minus a couple of points, depending on if you had piety or not when you had to have piety.
Yeah. We played it twice, and it's divided up into 2 chapters. The second chapter feels very similar to the first. Like, there's not any kind of real variance. Like, there's just things that give you more points in the second chapter.
Yeah.
You randomize the order that the events come out, but everything feels exactly the same. The resources aren't just different forms, that they could be any resource. They don't have any kind of, it doesn't feel like I'm buying cloth and doing things with the cloth. Like, it's just, you use this cloth to do something.
Yeah. Spend some cloth. Okay, you got this thing.
And that's what, the flavor text would probably say, something along the lines of, donate cloth to
poor people for
poor
blankets.
people or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'd be like, oh yeah, I got some thematic experience there. I don't think there's anything there for
Or
that.
if you had read the book, you might be invested in that.
That's
and be
the point.
Oh, I remember that scene
Halfway through
when
yeah.
Yeah. Not good, though.
No.
Just not interesting.
It's not interesting, even as a mechanic of, like, the most interesting thing it has going for it is the mechanic of having the 4 resource cards, and you put a card, you choose which way it points to give everybody something, and you're making a decision about what you don't want to give people and what you want to give yourself.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting, but it's not the means of it being that everyone just gets the same thing anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I'm denying you blocks, but you're just gonna get blocks on your turn. So whatever, like, I can prevent
Well, like,
you.
we kept giving you books.
Yeah.
Because,
Books and points. People kept giving me points, so
Yeah.
I just got a higher score because people gave me points.
Like, the first couple of times I did it just because, like, I really wanted the thing that was pointing toward me, so I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't care if he gets 2 points for this, but after a little while I was kind of like, oh man, like, Bonnie and I have to stop giving Sean points.
Yeah. Because based on my understanding of when we played it as a 2-player game, about halfway through I went, none of these materials matter, I'm just going to focus on getting points. And I started playing the cards for the actions to just pick up my cards and get a point.
Yeah.
Or trade in any resources I have to get points.
Which is another rule that we talked about of, if when you play the pick up your cards to get a point card, you're not supposed to pick that card up. But the rules seem to indicate that you're supposed to pick up all of your cards, including that one.
I think you would pick up all your cards. It would be, like...
Like, I don't know...
I don't think it's that mechanically unbalanced to just be like, if you just did that the whole game, like, I'm just giving myself a point. Like,
well, like,
I don't think that
the thing that all of us were doing
was...
was... The thing that all of us were doing at that point was like, okay, I'm going to turn in 2 resources, get 2 points. Now I'm going to pick up that card and this card and get 1 point. Okay, I'm going to turn in 2 resources, get 2 points.
I think that's a fair way to play the game based on what it is. The only thing you're running a risk against is not being able to pay your taxes.
Yeah.
Which
was
never a danger.
An issue. Yeah. Both of the times we played this, neither of us were ever in danger of not being able to pay the taxes.
I don't know if there are more variants in what could be taxable, if that would be better. Like, you can see it's going to be one of these 2 things, and so I'll just have those things.
Yeah.
And now I can make points however I want as long as I have those things. There's not really any... It doesn't feel like you're making any really challenging decisions or anything of any real merit is happening.
I honestly played our second game mostly just randomly and threw down the card.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I was saying, like, my knowledge based on the first game, based on half of one game, was, okay, I just need to make points and everything else doesn't matter. So the second game, I just took points whenever they came to me and ended up with way more points than everyone else.
Yeah.
So...
Like, once you have that baseline, these are all the resources that I'll ever need, you don't really need to ever mess with it again.
Yeah. So, the game's not very good. It's obscure and no one needs it. It's really tiny, so it doesn't take up any space if someone does have it. But, there's a World Without End board game, there's a Pillars of the Earth board game, there's a Pillars of the Earth card game that's as obscure as this, I think. and another Pillars of the Earth board game. But ultimately, like, this doesn't need to get reprinted. This doesn't need to be in anyone's collection.
Doesn't need to come over in English.
I don't think that there's any merit to the game, really. Yeah. I think it's functional and you can play it, but there's not really any reason to. So,
rate that game.
2.5.
2.5.
2.5.
Your rating came down.
Did it? Well, yeah. Because I played it twice.
When we played it the first time, we gave it a 3.5.
It's like a 2.5.
Now you're down to 2.5. Wow.
Because there's no reason to get this game. Just play a different game. So
I'm going to stand by our original 3.5. That I think it, mechanically works. It's almost a game.
But it's so boring.
It is bad.
Nobody, we invited one person over to play it, and she just was, immediately I don't want to play this game anymore.
2 rounds. I mean, it was Bonnie, though.
But it was like, I don't want to play this. Like, this is just... Is this all this is? Yes, this is all this is.
This is the entire game.
Okay,
This is going to be the rest of the half
just
hour.
Make it end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it is only like...
And then you joked about there being a card where you could play 5 of one resource and the game would just end, and she was like, is that a thing? Because she was hoping it was going to happen.
Yeah, she started gathering resources, and no.
I think I'm going to come down to 3.
Okay.
From our original 3.5. So that puts us like a 2.75 average.
Sure.
It's mechanically a game. You can play it. It's boring.
It's so bland, and
the art is bland and awful.
I don't want to say that the art is awful. It's just it's small, and there's the pictures are not
interesting in any way.
Yeah, they're not going to make you, oh man, look at this thing. It's a church. It's another church. It's the same church. That's all it is. It's just looking at pictures of churches and guys on horses and things.
And cloth.
Yeah. So, there are other games. There are so many games that you could be playing instead of this that there's just no reason to recommend this game.
Let's detour der Welt. Das Kartenspiel.
Yep. Woo!